Hey y'all, I'm at the little, I was about to say drive-through. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm at the good old car wash. I am at the car wash, yeah. Um, but yeah, some of y'all say y'all like when y'all see the colors and things, but I am doing this introduction, so to speak, so that y'all can see the colors, and then I'm gonna pause it, really get off of here, look up something, and then get back on as I'm driving. So, I wanted y'all to see the colors real quick. But anyway, good morning. Sorry I didn't start out with that. Good morning. Hopefully y'all have had an amazing morning so far, or whenever you do see this, hopefully you have been having an amazing day by the time you see it. I have some things to tell y'all, and I was debating on whether or not I was going to tell y'all as far as what has been going on at work today. I am tired of everybody. It's been a day. I'll be back, okay? All right. Hey, y'all, I'm back, and I'm driving. I just stopped by a spot to get me some breakfast that I didn't need. But, it is what it is. Tell me why the woman was telling me she wasn't even telling me my total. She was addressing me and trying to see if I wanted anything extra or whatever, because I did it as a mobile order. And so she, completely stopped what she was doing. She was like, oh my gosh, your glasses are so gorgeous. I was like, oh, thank you. The way she did it, I was like, what in the world? Oh, okay, thank you. But I don't know, I always feel like most people don't like when I wear big glasses, or at least that has been the reaction before when I've had really big glasses. People thought that it just, the glasses were cute, or the glasses look nice or whatever, but I guess because I have a big head, big eyes, it's like, all right, it's too much big going on around here now. You big, everything big around here. I don't know, but to me, I thought these were cute when I got them. I was like, well, I'm gonna try to, wear them in the fall and winter or whenever I feel like it, because I don't really adhere to all that stuff all the time. But this is very, very much so like Christmas and whatnot. Anyway, so let me tell y'all about what happened today at work. So I'd already told y'all that I was gonna be the breaker today, and I don't like to be the breaker whether I'm in the new department or if I'm working between the three OG departments, so to speak, or whatever, right? So I'm working upstairs, and I'm just like, okay, let me prepare myself. And I make sure I meditate and pray and all that stuff before I come into work and all that, y'all. First of all, I did good today. I drove the speed limit, or as close to the speed limit as I could, on the way to work. So I did good. I'm doing good right now. I'm actually 5 miles per hour under the speed limit where I am right now. So I'm doing good. And it's not because people are in front of me. They're going a whole lot faster than me. So I'm proud of myself. Anyway, so I'm already dreading the fact that I got to come in and be the breaker. I don't like being the breaker. They expect one person to break everybody and their mama out, and I'm just like, it's not possible. But according to them, it is possible. And people who don't have to do it love trying to explain to me how possible it is, and I'm just like, that's not how this goes. But go off though, you're gonna learn. If you was to ever have to do this, you would learn that that's not how this goes. So anyway, first of all, when I'm the breaker, especially whether it's just once or it's supposed to be pretty much this week, or for that week they're gonna have me to be the breaker, I make sure I go get resources and things like that. We're supposed to re-up on certain things. We're supposed to have certain things already close to our area or in our area anyway, excuse me, that are very vital to how we are going to be able to operate. Okay, so I don't play that. I done got to the point now, I don't do I was taught to do, which is go upstairs, see what's needed, and then go back downstairs and go to the spot where you get the resources from, and then you go to that. No, I'm not going up them steps. It's not even for being lazy or anything like that. It's not even that. It's just, I already know that ain't nobody else doing what they're supposed to do. It don't be making no sense. Like, I be shocked the few times some actually do be somebody really done actually set it off. So anyway, I went and actually I had to go and retrieve my bottle because I'm trying to figure out where my bottle at. Wait a minute. Okay, there ain't no police. Let me get my mirror right because I need to see who's behind me, because now I'm going over the speed limit on the road where I'm always getting a ticket, child. But right now there's no police officer in front of me or behind me, and the traffic is kind of thick, so I'm safe for the moment. Anyway, so before I get started, I went ahead excuse me, y'all, I'm over here having the audacity to be yawning, and I'm supposed to be playing the campaign of Call of Duty today. For some reason, the first time I ever heard them doing this in Call of Duty history, at least since I've been playing for quite a few years now. The campaign was released at midnight today, and later on, whenever the actual date is, they're going to release the multiplayer, which is what I mainly get on there for. I love getting online, playing against people and with other people. It's fun to me. The campaign does not require you to have internet access. So, you know what I'm saying, you can do what you're doing. You know, it don't matter because I have like the highest tier, I think, excuse me, internet wise. So I mean, it's not like I'm worried about that. I got to go home and download it because I don't have anything set to where it'll automatically download, and because I don't get that many games, so there really is no need for me to do all that. Anyway, y'all, my bad. So I had to go and figure out where my bottle was because I realized when I looked, I was like, well, dang, I need to figure out where my bottle at because I know I didn't go on my last break with it. Where is it? I only put my bottle in a specific spot when I work in the back in the new department, and I only put it in specific places when I work upstairs. So where I worked yesterday when I was in the new department, I'm just like, I don't understand. I only put that in one place. Where was that? I don't even understand where it went. So when I saw my partner and the other person that I worked with yesterday, I asked both of them at the same time. I said, did you see my bottle yesterday? They were like, yeah, I saw it all day. And then my partner was like, well, last time I saw it, it was on these steps. I was like, steps? Why would my bottle be on some steps? Like, I wouldn't dare leave them on like a random step stool or whatever it was. I was just like, so I was like, let me go back here and see if I can find it, because this don't make no sense. Tell me why somebody had moved it from the steps basically above where those steps were and sat it up somewhere else. And I'm just like, wow. Wow. What in the world? Like, I have no reason for that to be over there. So anyway, I'm just like, whatever at this point. I have my bottle. But, you know, I ain't got time. I don't know if y'all have heard about the foolishness that happened, or at least the information that we heard very recently about a raggedy man who was going around sticking his dusty penis into women's water bottles and cups and whatnot, and slightly urinating in it and letting it marinate for a minute or two, passing sexually transmitted diseases that are incurable to other women. What was the reason, sir? I can't. It's been like 10 to 12 people that have already come forward who've said that this is what has happened to them. I don't have time. I'm sorry. I mean, people gonna go to court and things and, you know, fight it and whatever, but I would have been stomping him out before that. Sorry. I'm going to black out, because how dare you? Why would you do? Who even has the thought process to be like, oh yeah, they left out the room for a couple of minutes, let me go ahead and like dip this in here. Like, I mean, they had a description and everything of what this man supposedly was doing. It's like, why would you do that? So, you know, I'm very particular about stuff anyway. So I went and got some disinfectant soaps and things, and, you know, I rinsed it out and washed it out and did all of that. Made sure my water bottle was cool again. So that's what I did. And then I, you know, proceeded to load up on my ice and my spring water, so I was good all day, and I needed that. I hadn't been eating nothing, and now I'm about to pretty much eat and not eat nothing no more until tomorrow morning. At some point by the end of this month, no matter what, I'm going to force myself to get some papaya. Oh my gosh, I haven't had real papaya, like fresh papaya, and I don't know how long. I'm gonna get some papaya if they're still available. As of right now, they are available, but I'm gonna be eating a lot of papaya. There are things I'm gonna be doing with the seeds. I'm gonna talk to y'all about all of that when it happens, as far as the journey. But yeah, y'all, I got some stuff I gotta do. All right now, about to come over on me in this lane. Anyway, so yeah, y'all. So, you know, I made sure that was all good, and then I went to go and retrieve the items that I needed to retrieve for all the departments. So after I came back from doing that, I went and put everything where it needed to go, and then I immediately went to the most hated department. The most hated department be setting it off sometimes. And I knew who was working over there, so I said to myself, let me go see how it's going. Because the two people that were over there, I was just like, I don't trust nothing. I don't trust nothing. So went over there. Oh Lord, I did right to go over there. I ain't gonna check on nobody else. I ain't even glance over at nobody else. I was just like, nope, let me make sure that this is right. That ain't no police officer. Had to make sure though, because you getting onto the interstate and I'm about to get off. So I went over there. I'm looking like, what in the world? So then I'm the type of person, like, if you are smart enough, you're going to ask if there are things that are going to be happening that are going to cause you to, you know, do double the work. If not, then, you know, proceed with caution, so to speak. That's the best way I can say it without explaining to y'all the process, because that would give away where I work and what I'm doing. And it's too much. But trust and believe, when I'm long gone, I'm going to tell y'all, and y'all can be like, girl, I'm trying to tell y'all, a lot of people have worked at this place before. So anyway, I was just like, okay, let me just jump in. And I was confused anyway, because there are people who get paid more than us that was up there. So then I found out that there's something that they wanted everybody to complete, or to get the majority of everybody at work to complete. And so they've been assigning people to come and basically break them out while they go and complete that. And I'm just like, y'all doing the most. I already did mine. I did mine the same day that I went to that round table talk situation, right? And so I'm just like, okay, y'all really doing too much in your life. But go off though. I mean, it's supposed to be volunteer, and it's just stupid. Anyway, so I was like, okay. But I was confused at first, and then they told me, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, dang, is that bad that she had to come up here to help y'all? Then it was like 2 maintenance men up there already. I was like, what's going on? Child. So I'm trying to help them. So the person that was up there, you know, taking somebody's spot, she reading. And keep in mind, she used to do the same job that I do, but now she does the same job that the divorced man does, which means more money and greater responsibility that comes with that money. So anyway, she talking to me, and like, she's being helpful, doing what she's supposed to do, because she was, you know, breaking somebody out essentially. And I was just like, girl, I don't know what to tell you. These people trash. Like, it is what it, I be here, and the thing is, I hear the stories, but I never know what's fully, like, for real going on, because I try not to even be anywhere near. I don't be having time. I just be like, somebody please. Like, I don't want no parts. I don't care. Like, all of these things, honey. I just don't. I might leave back out later. I'm trying to remember if I'm gonna leave out. I'm trying to think, excuse me, whether or not I'm gonna leave out later. Because if I'm not, I need to make, let me just in case I don't leave out, I'm gonna turn my defrost and stuff on, so I can just turn it on from the house and defrost the car, because it would do no good if nothing was on, and I'm trying to do that. I remember today, y'all, when I was at work and I politely defrosted my car, and everybody else came outside and had to wait. I remember today. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I might start putting a reminder in my phone, an alarm that's just gonna go off every day that I work. And it's just gonna be like, go defrost your car. Like, I ain't got time. I'm finna go to the window. And I'm so glad that mine is long range. Like, a lot of people, they got to go almost up to their car to do it. Mine is long range, so it connects to it from a longer range. I'm so glad. Anyway, sorry about that, y'all. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out what in the world going on. She reading, so she eventually leave. And I was like, oh, okay. And one of the people roll up on me talking about, hey, now keep in mind, y'all, I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Sometimes he be getting on my nerve. Cause it's like he always got a question. I just be like, what in the world? So I felt like it was gonna be some foolishness, and it was. So I ignored him at first. So then he waited until I got close enough to where I basically didn't have a choice but to be like, let me see what he's talking about. To then say to me, because I'm the breaker, he was like, hey, I'm gonna go to break early. And he basically told me he was gonna go to break 30 minutes early because he had some business he had to tend to. I was like, okay. Now keep in mind, y'all, this is the guy that I've told y'all about that everybody has been speculating is gay. And he's also a drunk. Like, he literally comes to work every day. All you smell is alcohol coming out of his pores. I'm trying to understand how he got this job. Yes, we had to take a drug test, but that's not a breathalyzer at this point. And I'm just like, y'all, his vehicle is missing a headlight. And you could tell that it's because he's a drunk. Like, you could tell by the way that it's missing, the way that the accident had to have happened, that it's because he's a drunk. Child, I don't understand. Like, he will really talk to you. Like, that's what trips me out. You want to engage so much with people, but you're an alcoholic and it's coming through your pores, sir. What is really going on? Y'all, let me try to make it better so that y'all can halfway see me. I know I look crazy, but the sun is just really sunning right now. I'm gonna have to look into attachments to these sun visors, because I have the one that extends out, but I need one that extends down because it be doing the most. So anyway, I don't know. I'm trying to make it so I don't look as crazy, but I don't know what I can do to do that. Hold on. I think I know what I'm gonna do. But anyway, y'all, while I try to attempt to throw some in this window real quick, I don't know if that's gonna work, but I'm gonna try it and see what happens. So anyway, I'm gonna put my hand right here. Hopefully it won't be as bad. So anyway, y'all, this man is a drunk. He claims to have at least one child with some woman. When he started burning through his days, he was leaving early. And that is occurrences. You can't say, oh, school started, I gotta leave to go take my kids to school and all this other stuff. The baby mama calling me and texting me, and she got to be at work and all this other. Y'all, ma'am, sir, all of y'all in this equation, y'all already knew that he had gotten this job. You know the hours that this job is. Even though he's on a 90-day probationary period, at the time when everything first initially popped off, you knew that he had to be at work at a certain time and he got off at a certain time. We ain't got but so many occurrences. They just added 2. So we can only get a total of 10. Sir, you leave early all the time. You've been calling out. I don't know if he's called out last weekend, because last weekend he didn't show up, and it was mandatory for him to be there both days. Both of his off days. I think his off days are the same off days as mine. He was supposed to be there. They already have the schedule up now, and he and this other person, they both are supposed to be there on Saturday and Sunday and Monday. Mandatory. Now, if they both work throughout the whole week, they can put in within 24 hours to get the good old 7th day off. Only one of them I know for a fact will qualify for that. I don't know about the other one, because I don't know if he's been there. Probably not. No, because no. Yeah, it don't really matter, because he did start back on Tuesday. He didn't come Sunday or Monday. He just don't look at the schedule, apparently. I don't know what's going on, but he ain't gonna last too much longer. I don't think he's gonna make it to Thanksgiving. So let me tell y'all what else happened with that. So he done rolled up talking about he want to go to, is it okay if I go to break 30 minutes early, whatever. And I'm telling him, that's fine, because that's going to help me out, because I already was going to have to try to figure out how I was going to break out the other folks, because 2 of them have the exact same breaks, both of which are in 2 different departments. Obviously, I cannot be in both departments at the same time. So, I was like, well, it's okay. You can go at that time, and then that'll allow me to go and break the other person out that goes at the same time you go to break. But then he wanted to go back to his normal breaks for lunch and the last break. So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I figured out. Keep in mind, y'all, it's already bad enough that he's an alcoholic. Apparently, he's trash as a worker. I wouldn't know this because I have never had to work with him. I've had to break him out before, but the situation wasn't like what it was today. Like, things were happening over there. Like, this was one of the days where it was kind of setting it off. So I was like, okay, y'all, he go on break. But this the thing, he rolled up on me like 15 minutes before that to myself. Oh my gosh, it's too much is going on. And he really trying to explain to me, y'all, I'm livid at this point, and I'm just kind of ignoring him, like, all right, whatever, do what you gonna do. Talking about he need to go to break even earlier. Sir, you're already going to break 30 minutes earlier. He talking about something about his trunk, talking about he need to clean the trunk out or something. I don't know what he talking about. It ain't making sense to me, and I'm already halfway listening. I really don't care, sir. So he doing the most. So I was like, all right, cool, do what you do. So in my mind, I already know you finna be gone at least 45 minutes, like normal. But that's the crazy thing. Ever since the day he stepped foot in the door, we told him what we do, how we work up there. You supposed to go on a 30-minute break. He'll do 45 minutes to an hour. Now, sir, who are you? You ain't doing what you need to do while you're actually where you're supposed to be. You ain't doing that well enough to sit up there and think that you could take no 45 minute to an hour break. And whenever you were in that department or the side heifers department, you have to always have the mindset of, I may not have a breaker. So that means you need to be courteous. You need to be mindful that there is somebody who is breaking you out. Your partner, whoever you're partnered up with that day, is breaking you out essentially. So you shouldn't leave them up there longer than you should. If you can, and if you're one of those people who doesn't mind coming back a couple of minutes early, how about you do that and help them out? But no, he ain't gonna do that. 45 minutes. Like, he will literally be like, oh, I forgot my water bottle, and be gone another 15, 20. Sir, if you don't get out of here, and he walks fast. He walks fast. So it's like, what you doing for 30 more minutes, sir? You already done went on break and stayed gone an hour. Ain't nobody got time. Now, when I'm the breaker, I don't care what he doing. I don't care what you doing. I'm leaving my spot to go where I'm supposed to go. I don't care what you got going on. You supposed to be back at a certain time. I don't care. So anyway, he done left early. And the other person that was over there, he trying to figure out what he had going on. I was like, look, I don't know what to tell you. He said he need to leave early. I don't know, whatever. So I stayed over there for 45 minutes. Old boy didn't know the specifics to it. So he was like, where he been? He been gone like 40 minutes. I was like, well, actually 45, but it is what it is. I told him I'm about to go head over there to the other department to break somebody in particular out. Hold it down. POP. What is it? POP, hold it down. All of that. So he was like, all right. I went and did what I was supposed to do. Now, as I've told y'all before, for some reason, a lot of the new people, all of a sudden, want to start going to break at the same time I go to break, which is a late break. All y'all been going an hour before me or 30 minutes before me. That's fine. Why all y'all trying to go to break at the same time I'm going? So one of the people that I had to break out in the other department, he goes to break at the same time I go to break. Sir, I'm not going to be able to break you out unless I take my first 2 breaks 30 minutes after you, and my last break, you ain't nobody breaking you out. Your partner gonna have to run everything, his side and your side, because I am supposed to be back up here the last 30 minutes of the day. That's what I used to actually like about breaking. I used to be able to be like, okay, the last 30 minutes of the day, I ain't got to see y'all no more, bye, and I would leave and go about my business. I would do everything I was supposed to do before that, and then I would just leave and then wait until it was time to clock out and go about my business. That's me taking my last break. Oh, yeah, they got mad about that. Oh, they did the least when it came to that. I was just like, y'all just want to find anything to complain about, but go off, though, upper management child. So I was like, whatever. So anyway, breaking people out throughout the day. So I don't know why it didn't dawn on me that the other person that was working with the drunk dude, he only was working half the shift. And this other person, she was coming in only working 4 hours, meaning the rest of our shift. So when it was time for them to go, I was like, okay. Oh, okay. It is when I came back and I was like, oh, I forgot about that. It didn't dawn on me that that's what was going on here. So he was kind of updating her, letting her know what was going on. Like, it was some major changes and stuff that was going to happen. It's crazy, y'all, which is what I hate. I don't like coming into a situation where you got to hope that what they're telling you is accurate, because you'll sit up there and think you good, and then you got to rearrange stuff. It's a whole lot of ignorant stuff. Eventually, I'm going to explain it to y'all. So anyway, I came over there because I told him, I said, if you don't see me at this time, that means I'm coming back from my break. Start walking. By the time I get over there, I'll be able to take your spot. Tell your partner that you're starting to walk because you need to go on your next break. So he was like, okay. Do you think he did that? No, he didn't. So I got over there. He's still over there. You see me walking towards you, you still ain't move. Okay, why you ain't move? So I was like, I'm looking around like, why is he not coming where he's supposed to come? Why did this 18-wheeler come down this street? This 18-wheeler just came down the street. I kept trying to figure out what this 18-wheeler was doing. It just did a 15 million point turn. They had to go all the way up, all the way across the curb on the other side of the street just to turn around. What are you doing? Then it look like they can't drive. Please hurry up and get past me, because I don't be having time for it. He black too. Sir, how dare you? What is going on here? Yeah, I'm looking at you. He got the hazards on. He's scared. I don't know if I think what he's trying to get is downtown or something, and he can't get there. There's so much road work going on that you can't get where you normally go. My bad, y'all. So anyway, so I'm just like, well, I don't know what he got going on, but I could have went and broke the other person out, because him and the other person have the same exact break time. And so she was like, well, I ain't breaking nobody out. I was like, well, that's fine. Because nobody had break 30 minutes after the time that they normally go to break, that's an easy time for me. In my mind, I'm like, well, I'll come back 30 minutes later, whatever. So she is like steadily going off. She said, I am not breaking nobody out. He better go ahead and go to break. And I was like, look, I don't know what to tell him, because, I walked over there. He looked in my face. We already had a conversation before I left. I'm waiting on you to walk off. You ain't walking away. I don't need to come up to you and have a conversation and be like, hey, so it's time for you to go to break. Like, no, what are you doing? So he was in the middle of doing something. And my thing is, when stuff like that happen, I want to be able to be the one to do it too. But with this situation, there really was no rush. I'm the type of person that I don't mind doing it, because it's not me having to be in a situation where I'm going to eventually become overwhelmed. So I'm cool with it. Nothing was going on, y'all. I could have did it for him. Like, he really did the least. Like, he took 30 more extra minutes to do all of that, and I could have did it probably in less time. But still, she going off the entire time. I'm not breaking him out. They gonna have a supervisor come in and break him out, because I ain't breaking him out. I hope you know I ain't gonna break him out. So then somebody said something about him being gay or something. I was like, look, this man told me out of his own mouth that he loves women. That's all he like, and that he's freaky. And she was like, I don't know who he trying to convince, because he don't need to try to convince me of nothing, because nothing about him screams I am straight. I told her, look, when I first met him, all I thought is that he was gay. Nothing about him screamed bisexual or straight or nothing like that, which I ain't got no problem with that. I'm cool with anybody. I can be cool with anybody. I ain't got no issues. But I don't, everybody just be like, are you gay? Everybody is like, he got to be. I just be like, look. So the longer he stayed over there, not going to break, the angrier she got. And so she became facetious in the things that she was saying about him. So she was like, man, sis, go on ahead. Go ahead to break, sis. Don't nobody have time for this. I was like, oh my gosh, no. Oh my gosh. She started being facetious. I was like, oh my gosh. She can be really sweet, but then when she get mad, oh no. That's a side of her you don't want to see. So I was like, oh my God. And so By the time I'm thinking, oh, okay, well, I'm going to go break him out and come back. Man, so much time had went by. It was almost time for, 30 minutes then already passed. So then he eventually, she was like, look, I'm finna go down there and talk to him and ask him, is he going to go to break or not? Because I'm not breaking him out. I was like, okay. Because, again, why would I go down there and have a conversation with you when we already talked about this before she even got here? She got here 4 hours later. So, anyway, he randomly just eventually disappeared. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm supposed to go take his spot now. He ain't even tell me I'm gone. Okay, cool. Guess he finished what he was doing. That's fine. So, we doing everything we supposed to do. Now, keep in mind, he actually left where he wouldn't have had a full 30 minutes. So what happened with that was he was so, because I kind of heard her, like it's loud, y'all, but I kind of heard her, and whatever she said to him must have scared him, and he came back pretty much on time, pretty much early, and I was shocked. I was like, oh. Now by this time, it's my normal break time, it's my normal lunch time, but for the first 2 breaks, like I said, that man, since he decided that he wanted to start having break time at the same time as mine, I told him that I would, break him out for those. And I would just go 30 minutes later. Cool. That's what I went and did. That man struggled all day. Every time I would come over there, I would set him up for success. And I would come back over there. He's struggling, going through. His partner telling me, he about to go home. I'm over here thinking that he's saying that he's leaving and he's going to take a half and all this other stuff. So he was like, nah, he about to quit. Like, every time he turn around, he going through. I'm like, well. And that's the dumb part, because, like, the last time I went over there, I set him up for success yet again. And he just, I don't know, like, I did the absolute most when I was over there. And then when he'll get over there, it's just, he just give up. I just be like, what is going on? It'd be like some of the simplest fixes. Okay, y'all, so one of the times that I went over there to relieve the drunk dude, some maintenance men were over there. And one of the maintenance men, he lived for me. Child, I don't even want to get into what I heard about him. And it's very disturbing, but I wouldn't have never thought that about him. He seems very, very nice. I ain't going to talk about that right now. But anyway, so he rolled up on me and he was like, yeah, that dude lazy. I don't know where they get him from. It's always something with him I don't understand. I was like, look, I don't know what to tell y'all. I ain't never had to work with him. I'm just glad I ain't never had to work with him. I always hear the horror stories. I don't understand how he's here. Everybody keeps saying to me, I don't understand how he got this job. I'm like, look, I don't know what to tell you. And, he was like, yeah, I heard he be on his phone all the time. Like, he would be on his phone and everything is burning down all around him. Do you think he noticed that? No. He'll be texting on his phone or fully on his phone. And I'm like, if you're going to be on your phone, why wouldn't you get a Bluetooth? Why wouldn't you get a Bluetooth? I don't understand. I mean, he really would be like this. Like, making it painfully obvious that he on his phone. But everything is blowing up and exploding and just on fire all around him. I just be like, what is wrong with you? Who are you talking to literally 8 hours? And it's that important to the point where you are completely 100% ignoring your job. I'm not going down there. Them people keep calling on the radio. I'm not going. And so that's what I told old boy. I was like, I'm over here. I'm all the way down on this end. And they keep calling for his stuff. I'm not going down there. He was like, I don't blame you. It don't make no sense. Like, everybody kept rolling up to me, reading this man down to the ground. I'm trying to understand how he got this job. Every single day he come to work and I see him and he come and talk to me. He smell like alcohol. The alcohol be poured through his pores. I don't understand. So yeah. I hadn't seen the married dude in a while, right? It's like after all that stuff went down where he lying on my box. I really cannot. It's the audacity for me. Audacity is an all-time high. I don't understand. But I hadn't seen him like ever since then. And so today I saw him when he was leaving out. He was looking crazy. He be walking like he hurt. I was be like, why do you think I would be into this? Like, I don't understand. Oh, and somebody gonna ask me, oh, he was trying to joke about my bottle. One of the guys that I work, not the cousin, because one of them is the cousin. who is my partner, and one of them is somebody else. He's the other person that she can't stand, and like she will find somebody to trade spots with her so she don't have to work with us. So anyway, we be here for it. So we be like, thank y'all. So anyway, he gonna roll up on me when I came back from one of my breaks, and he was like, well, why she do your water bottle like that? He trying to play like this heifer is like doing something nasty to has done something nasty to my water bottle or something. I was like, well, if the heifer did do something, I already disinfected it and did all the little things to it. So, And so I was like, so I started kind of playing along. I was like, well, you know why she mad? I already talked to you about this. You know why. I can't help that somebody like me that I don't like. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And so he was like, she's still mad at you about that? That ain't make no sense for her to be mad at you. I'm like, I know. But she can stay mad. She might as well get glad. I don't really care. I just can't. The audacity. Like, ma'am, have you heard? Have you heard that he sits up there and creates these lies as if he and I have an active sex relationship? We don't have no sexual nothing. There is no sexual chemistry, sir. So how are we having any type of a sexual relationship? Anyway, I digress. But yeah, so I was ready to go from the time I got there, and rightfully so. I just hate being a breaker because they think you're supposed to be 5,000 places at once. Now, the only saving grace today that didn't like make me end up being pushed over the edge was that we didn't have to do the most hated task in any of the departments, because they will draft you for that and still think you're supposed to break everybody else out and yourself. I'm just like, come on now. But anyway, y'all, I'm about to go inside and eat and hopefully prepare myself to finish up the recap reviews for Zatima. We gonna see if I can get any of the sisters, recap reviews done. And I gotta do a Queen Sugar. I ain't even watched Queen Sugar on purpose, y'all. So I might watch that and do that. I don't know. Y'all will see. Whatever I throw up, that's what I've done. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll see you later. Bye.